So this is another case like what I'm telling you, where you're dealing with mental health. This lady here, she's in her 70s and she's on the streets. She always had bags and bags and bags of belonging with her. So you just seen that, I forgot her name, but I run to her every now and then. And she's a prime example of what I say, that people like her don't need to be in the street for mental cases. And she actually has an advantage, but she actually should be in jail. And not because she's committing crime, but a lot of times she commits misdemeanor crimes. But when she's in jail, she's able to get the treatment that she needs. And hygiene wise, her hygiene is very poor. I have to sometimes drop off hygienic female products for her. She does not take care of herself hygiene wise, and she does not go to the mission because mentally she doesn't understand these things. So even when she does commit some type of act of crime, police officers kind of just drive past because the stench of having them in their cop car, they don't even want it because they have to clean it out, and their car reeks of it. So a lot of time they just would ignore her. You know, she can smash a window or get into a fit. They're just trying to talk her down, and then try to get the victim to move on through because they don't want to have to handcuff her and put her in their car and deal with the stench. I've seen it happen myself.
Like the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah. So, what do you remember about that? Go ahead. You need help with it?
You want to read?
Go ahead.
Lord, my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet water. He restores my soul. He guides me in the path of life. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. The rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You have anointed my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely, goodness and mercy will follow me all days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
What do you think that means to you? Because I know you philosopher.
I used to study the Bible when I was sitting in jail. And
so you stopped studying it, or you stopped believing?
I kept being up in this situation like homelessness, but I wanted to like forgiving, I guess. So at the time, I never like. I remember when I was younger. That's all I'm thinking. Maybe it wasn't not so recently, but I'm like almost 40 now.
So when the last time you remember that prayer, when you was younger?
I mean, I was just like, I didn't graduate high school, but when I was about to quit school, my mother and my little brother, we go to church. We finally started going to church. I didn't see nothing like difference in days, nights.
So you told me, so when you went to church and you didn't see no change in your life?
No, it's like after I started living at home, I started living at home. I ain't saying nobody hit me too, but somebody in jail told me like grab a Bible sometime in the pen like that.
So I mean,
I started to change, try to go a different way. So I didn't like, I don't know, like I say fit out of my mind. And I know, I mean, I couldn't, I still, you know, hey, you get some, I guess like something like this, like you stumbling block, and you can't get up, can't get back up.
So what's your biggest stumbling block?
That's what I'm saying. I really like.
So how do you get from your highest point in life, and how do you get from there to here? What's your story?
I got kicked out the Navy.
You was in the Navy?
I got into it with another inmate. So I was good at the time, you know what I'm saying, but not a secret shit, you know what I'm saying.
So you spent.
I started about like getting into it, and then, you know, like the same, I said something about it, so I'm like same thing.
So you spent time in service? Spent time in the military? Huh?
I didn't get out of boot camp.
You didn't even get to boot camp? What, this?
I didn't high school, I didn't get boot camp,
so you got kicked, what did you get kicked out of boot camp for?
That right there, I got into the steps.
Oh, so you got into altercation.
Yes, sir.
So, okay.
Yeah, I think it was drugs, like,
No, ain't no bull. You leave high school with the same mindset, and military use can change young men. And because I was a young man too, but the rules done changed in the military. By the time young men go in the military, you can't really structure them because they've seen more things in their life and dealt with more trauma than people in the military have. So it's a little too late. When you military really work for young men that haven't seen trauma. You can take them from scratch and build them up. But if you already dealt with life, you can't intimidate. I couldn't intimidate you coming out of high school. You've already dealt with some things. I can yell at you and things like that, get in your face. To you, that's a threat. That's a fighting threat. And you're at that age. You've been in so much. You're not afraid to confront a grown man. You know, you've been in so much. But what can you do from here and now? I know you're dealing with some issues that you're fighting with. What can you do from here and now? Because there's a lot of opportunity. I mean, why are you not at any of these places that are hiring? Gas stations.
I've been staying at home for what? 10 years, maybe about 10 years. I used to stay down there, but I used to stay on 9th Street down there, 9th Street. I don't know what to do what I do. I don't know what to do what I do. And then when you come from like the regular, like homeless places by now, then you fall into the same system. I mean, only thing that comes to me was like the Bible, I guess, sometimes at night, I guess. But I guess I was almost fortunate enough I could like.
Where your family at?
Like on the window, hard enough when she wake up.
Where's your family at?
Great grandmother. My son like passed. So I didn't know what happened. I was in jail at the time. Her son is, I say anyway. So I was like, this had to do it. Come and go person. I wasn't really like a native or anything on land. I ain't never.
So what do you want to say before? What do you want to say before I close this out?
Don't not keep my head up. You know, I'm a good person. I ain't really had to do no step for no crime or nothing. But I've been on probation or whatever just one time. Second chance,
You remember that?
Decades ago.
Decades ago. Who taught you to originally?
Well, I would say the church. But me coming up.
Your grandma taught you that, man.
No, we didn't really go to church.
Y'all did?
We used to go to church maybe for Easter. Or for that wasn't us. You know, my father would read the Bible.
But he didn't go to church.
But he didn't have
so
church every Sunday.
Were y'all Jehovah's Witness or something?
No, I have families that are.
But
Seventh-day Adventists.
But you just didn't go.
We were.
Yes, I mean, it's not mandatory, but I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, there were other families that would
Yeah.
Every Sunday you was at church.
Yeah.
Every Sunday you was at church. Or you went to Bible study 2-3 times a week type thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now right here, I'm visiting from Houston, Texas. We were staying in some apartments. They got evicted. We were staying across from Butler Terrace. They got evicted. So we've been living in hotels from, I say, the 20th until now. But my daughter is with her wife and a child, service dog. So I can't sleep in that room. So I'm pretty much out there on my own.
So you only
I just found, I'm glad that our car didn't start yesterday. Because going to labor finder, I wouldn't have got any money.
Oh, so you're a new grandfather again. Your grandfather again.
With me.
Oh, okay.
So I don't feel that she's gonna ever have kids. I have 2 kids in the world that I don't know. I know when I made them. One is African. When I lived in Atlanta, Georgia, she was going to school there. She was 18, I was 20. I know when I got her pregnant, but she went back to Africa. You know, when Katrina hit, and Houston people came, people were transplanted.
So you from the Katrina time?
No, I mean I grew up in Houston.
Oh, okay. So
okay, I'll put it to you later.
How do you get here to Huntsville from Houston?
My father dropped me off at the Greyhound Station, 18 years old.
I
lived in Atlanta, Georgia. I went back to Houston when my father died. But I had met my baby mama in Atlanta, Georgia. Kept in touch. I came back to Alabama in 1998. And I stayed here till my daughter was conceived here. So I've kept up with my child. She's come live with me in Houston, go to school, whatnot, whatever. I'm your father. You just turned 23 October 19th. I came down for your birthday, but now we both kind of in a position. Where am I? I'm sleeping down there at the mission. Yesterday was my first day. So I got to get out there and do for me.
Yeah.
You know, my mother looks after her grandchild before she looks out for her firstborn son, but I'm going to do what I got to do.
So is the mission helpful to you?
Well, yesterday was my first day. If I had not slept in the room with the TV and slept somewhere else, then I would have went to work, because they send you to work.
So they provide work and everything for you?
Yes. It's not like waiting at labor finder and there for hours and, damn, I've been here for hours. They keep going out. They're not doing repeat jobs. I've been here before all of them. How come I can't? So, I got to get out there and get it. Ain't trying to hustle or nothing. I'm just happy to come back to be with my child, but I'm kind of stuck here. All
right. So let me see you read this right here.
Oh, okay.
All right.
21st Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul. He guides me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You have anointed my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
All right, what do you think? What does that mean to you? Keep that with you, man, all the time.
It's about to go in my wallet now.
Yeah, but you're supposed to keep it up here.
True, but if it's been there decades ago, and you've been on your own. My daddy dropped me off the Greyhound Station 18 years old. So
why do you think you stopped?
Well, but it wasn't a regular family issue where, all 4 of us would get up Sunday morning and go.
But I'm telling you, why do you stop saying that prayer? Have you ever said that prayer before?
Once or twice in my life, but they didn't stick like that.
Okay.
It's not like my father would be in this room reading the Bible. Me, I've been to the line. I go every 2 weeks. I would read fiction, non-fiction, learn something.
So he didn't bring y'all together as a family to read the Bible?
No.
But he read it on his own?
Yeah, he read it on his own. That was my father. I'm sure that's how he came up. He was the oldest out of 9 kids. He grew up in New York. No, he was the baby boy out of 9 kids. So yes, their family did that. My family didn't do that. Okay. His family did that. his siblings and his parents.
So you think it went wrong when your dad dropped you off 18 at the Greyhound?
Well, I was already fucking up as it was.
So he just got enough.
I stopped getting whoopings at 15. You know, you didn't want to do that anymore because, I mean, you would think a whooping is supposed to do something. It's not going to change your mindset. Yes, you're dealing with your health, but I got to step outside and go to school. My fellow peers and, you know.
So what's the farthest you got in school? You finished?
Huh?
You finished school? What's the farthest you got? So I mean, you well spoken, you well read.
95.
Yeah, you well spoken. I mean, the stereotype is that they feel like a lot of people can't read. But I mean, you read, you well, and you understand. So, you know, I guess you hit some hard rocks, and you just still trying to.
Life.
Yeah. I can respect
I had
that.
3 babies in the world that I know of. Damn, I wasn't that bad. We wore rubbers.
But they know you.
Yes, I know who I made.
But I mean, they know you.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
They don't know you.
Those 2 kids don't know me.
So they growing up without you.
Yeah, pretty much.
You think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
Her big brother, my daughter's big brother, will be 24. I don't know him and his African mother. I knew them, but I didn't get to help him grow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When Katrina came, I got that woman pregnant. Her name is Justine. She's supposedly mine, but my brother stayed 2 apartments down. I was like, man, just get a blood test, because even though you stay with that woman, you got the in-house pussy. You still be dealing with other men in the same apartment complex. So I just wanted to make sure. But the icing on the cake was what this man said to me, and this was the man that my brother knew that she had sex with. When the baby's like 10 days old, and this man to say to you, man, that baby look just like you. That baby don't look like nothing but itself right now. So that was a red flag right there. Let me just check that out. You know, they went back to Katrina. I was getting my government checks. Then if I knew that was my child specifically, it wouldn't cost much to get on the Greyhound to go to Louisiana. Probably would cost you under 50. And
so why was you getting a Katrina check? Because
no, she was getting a Katrina.
She was getting a Katrina.
I had a near fatal accident, 1999, right there. I was coming off the expressway, made a left, but by then the alcohol, too much alcohol. You know what they found in the back of that wrecked car? 4 6-packs of Old Age. 1999. My daughter was still in the womb, so somebody looked out for me to still be here.
What is he doing?
She a superstar. Yeah, she's gonna be a model. All right.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah.
You still got to. We're gonna raise some money to get that stuff removed.
Okay.
I'm just playing.
I'm trying to get it removed. Yeah, but I ain't got no money for it right now. Yeah.
So how things? So you got one right here?
Oh yeah. Right here.
I'm trying to be. How far can you go down?
That's as far as I can go.
You can't see the name of it. Oh boy. Y'all this death row.
Yeah, that's real.
All right, go ahead.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lay down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still water. He restores my soul. He guides me in the path of righteousness. For his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil. For you are with me. Your eyes and your staff accompany me. He prepares the table before me in the presence of my enemies. You have anointed my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen, amen, amen.
All right, so you out here, you keep that. You out here mentoring this young lady.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her something to eat.
Yeah, give her something to eat because she's skinny.
Yeah.